Let's see if we can Runi anyone's day with this brand new legendary Runi Temporal Guardian. What this card does is Battlecry, send all minions in your hand 2 turns into the future. When they return, they have +5/+5. Now you might be wondering, why would we ever want to do this? Isn't this going to be extremely slow? Yeah, but it turns out Dread Deserter actually works in combination with this. Because they aren't the original copies anymore, both of them will have charge, thus giving you 2 11/11s, which might not sound that great. However, if you also combo it out with a earlier game Lynessa with Libram of Divinity, get the damage up to 30 damage, thus allowing you to OTK your opponent. I did prepare a few different versions of this, but this is the one that I was most excited to share, even if it might not be the most consistent. Now, for the one guide, the first thing you're going to be looking out for is going to be Space Pirate. If you see this in combination with Star Slicer, you're going to be in a great position. Consecration is a pretty good card to keep in your opening hand too, along with a draw power cards such as Researcher. And finally, Wayfarer is pretty good to keep too. Now, with that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, Druid. Whenever I say Zwin as someone's hero portrait, I always am sad by the fact that we don't have monks in Hearthstone. I'm also really sad that we haven't gotten a Pandora set yet. Maybe we'll get both of those in the new year. I would love to maybe do like a thematic model for that. I say that, and I already have one that's completely done. I just need to finish some of the elements. We might just do like an outfit change for that model if it does come out next year. I don't know. Could be cool. I love the Shaws as like a design, which is what they turned into. They were remnants of Yasharaj, which we've seen multiple times in Hearthstone. Actually, we've never seen Yasharaj in Warcraft outside of Hearthstone, which is kind of a cool little neat tidbit fact. All right, going to slam down the slicer, go face. I have no idea what our opponent is playing. Coin into Oaken Summons, which drags out Blob of Tar. Okay. Still doesn't give me to it. I'm assuming this is the Gray Bow deck. If it is, I mean, it's not too much of a problem, but it could eventually become a problem. This deck does kind of struggle against a lot of taunts. I'm not going to lie. A well-timed of your 7-cost dragon, though, is pretty useful. Okay, let's slam down Wayfinder into our Libram. Rooney's pretty good to see. It's actually early too, so we could... Okay, if we top deck the other Dread Deserter, I'm all... Just a heads up, I will probably accidentally call Deserter... Can't even think of what the other thing that I have a tendency to call it. Corsair. Because isn't that the 3 or 4 drop? Oh, never mind. I mean, the game's just like, here, enjoy your combo. Okay, so it might not be the Grey Bow deck. It might be the Charge other Druid list that exists. Okay. They froze out our board for a turn, which is actually okay. I don't really mind. Everything will be back to our hand. We probably coin out. Well, okay. I'm going to coin out Ysera. Gives us 3 more mana for next turn. Okay, please, 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 please don't have the damage here. Come on, yes, let's go. Oh man, I hope you like dessert because we're about to hand you a full batch of it. Honestly, not that bad of an opener. Just slamming down the protector. Okay, I am going to coin out our weapon to hit into their minion. Okay, so let's draw another card. Go face. Okay, next turn we can slam down the Wayfinder. Do we... Yeah, we definitely slam down the Wayfinder. I was going to say, do we actually slam down the Wayfinder? But they charged with their randomly generated minions, so that has to be the play. Draw 3 and cry when it makes me discard the cards that I want the most. Okay, actually, you know what? That was... could have been a billion times worse. But yeah, I'll test the other version of the list too. And now I'm gonna cry when they have an answer to this, but it is what it is. I think I'll change some other cards around in the other version of the list. We'll see. We'll see how we actually do this. If we can top deck... Consecration! Top deck of Consecration is actually pretty nice. Just like looking at that board state. Oh, the second I saw the Consecration, I was like, I don't know what I wanted here, but... Assuming they hit into here. Wait, did that hit this one? Actually, I guess they could pop this and then hit into here, and then that heals and reduces the damage that they're going to take next turn. I'll draw 2. Deserter. Desert. Okay. Game. I just need this to last 2 more turns and them not having a response with a bunch of taunts in between us and them. Well, I guess technically we will only be able to slam down one of them, but then this will steal the life from these 2. We'll probably trade into this and get rid of... I don't know. We'll see. If we top deck Consecration number 2... Oh, great. It would be hilarious if that's corpse explosion. They're at 20 HP. This will draw me to... Oh, there's the wayfind. Actually... That was a really, really nice top deck. We somehow have to get to 12 mana, but... Actually, I guess it's 11 mana. Because we can slam down Lynessa, and we get 4 Librams next turn. And I don't actually mind leaving... Well, no, I can't leave them up. Consecration? O Manager. I can make O Manager work. I can make this work so well. And that is the 12 mana that I needed. So as long as they don't have 2 big taunts, this is a great... Wait, these are at 13. Why are these at 13? Oh, I drew them both off of the Libram. Okay. Actually, I was like, that's going to be a problem, but... They're going to trade into this to get rid of it, and then they're probably leaving the Lynessa up, I'd assume. What's 3 times 8? 36? Oh, never mind. They won't leave the Lynessa up, but that's okay. Okay, we send everything into the future. It's the pirate's life for me. The next turn we have a 24 in our hand. As long as they don't have a big taunt, we are okay. I wouldn't mind Orbital Satellite just because, like, Orbital Satellite could get us, like, some more minions. They're gonna have to have, like, 2 freezes. I guess Time Stop would work. That is the same thing. Okay. Big Dragon. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We can finish this stream by doing this. It's the pirate's life for me. It's it's the pirate's life for me. Yar har, me mateys, we win. Okay, Shaman. We're just gonna have to get our Librams online quickly. This opener isn't that strong. I'm going to be completely honest. Okay, I'm going to slam down the Researcher. Draw the other Libram. The 7-cost Dragon is actually pretty nice to see here, because I could use that. Here's the bird watching. Researcher number 2. I guess we just slam it down. Hope they survive. If they don't, right? Okay. They did both survive. But honestly speaking, Wayfinder is probably the better play here. Paladin. I mean, that's not how I would have merged in that. Actually, I guess it would have been. Oh, Orbital is kind of cool. Hang on. Okay, we popped the Murd in here. We'll probably pop the 5/3 just so I don't take another bajillion damage face. And then we're hoping to see... Honestly speaking, Volin isn't that bad. Runi could be kind of cool, but I'm going to go with Volin. And... Trinket Artist? Crusader might not be bad. Actually, yeah, let's go with Crusader. And the next turn we can coin out Crusader. That could be a cool, like, little combo. And then get Crusader's Death Rattle into the Volin. Okay. I still kind of want to do the Crusader this turn. Because we're not going to burn a card even if, like, it puts a nice wall between us and them, too. Furious Fouls. Okay, game. Light Bomb would be kind of cool. That would be really, really nice. Oh! I mean, that's not what I was looking for, but, I mean, it does exactly what I wanted, right? I'm just... I know we could have slammed down the Volin. I'm trying to get the Volin as big as possible without burning cards in the hand. But yeah, we can... I will also be honest. One of the very, very early builds of this deck, I was hard running Volin, and we were doing some like shenanigans with like auras and Elise. I don't like the space that Elise requires you to run or take up if you're running the card in this deck in particular. Because most of the cards in your deck are below 6 mana. And the Libram package already requires you to take up a bunch of space, for better or worse. That's also very tempting to slam down this turn, but I think the Volin is just going to be better. Volin's such a nice... I need... Also, Volin is a card that I want to do something with before he rotates. I just haven't sat down, and we might retry to do the Volin OTK priest list that I did in the past. Now that we have a Tesh and such. Okay, what do we get? Another Divine Star. That's actually kind of funny. Lynessa getting burned sucks. Especially because I could have used it this turn. Also, I know... Well, I guess I don't technically know, but a lot of Shamans aren't running Hex anymore, so I don't mind actually just slamming down all these cards. We could have also, like, used the Divine Star, I guess, too. Okay, Bellhop. 2 more taunts. Pop a book. Consecration, top deck of the century. Actually, I guess it would have to be Consecration times 2. I don't want to burn a card, so we're going to do it like this. Slicer, 1 Consecration. That's actually pretty nice. Trying to... How do I... Wait. We might actually be able to hit with the dragon into their face here. Wait a second. We might actually have game. Maybe this isn't game? Next turn definitely is, though. Oh, they're going to have all those minions back, too. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. Again, Consecration would be really, really nice as the second top deck, though. Oh, you know what would work? We want to see the other Libram of Faith. I mean, that that is it. So, we wanna make sure they don't heal anything from the 2 Ziliaxes. We attack into that with that, and then we got the big boy there into face. I just had to have a little faith. Alright, now we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So, I ended up playing 20 games with the deck, ended up with a 40% win rate, which isn't the greatest in the world. I knew this wasn't going to be that great. Liberum does feel like it's a deck that just has been missing one card for the entire year, and sadly, Runi isn't it. Though there is another version, the handbook variant, that might be a little bit better, but I just liked the gameplay of the Libram version a little bit more, which is why we're showcasing this instead. I'll leave that one down below too. Overall, if you're looking for something to do with Runi, this is all right, but I would not recommend crafting either of these decks just because the card is a bit slow. But like always, before we end the video, special thanks to our channel members of Daniel Nascimento and Ruben. If you want to help out the channel a little bit more, you can join one of the 3 tiers. Or if you can't afford to do that, you can always leave a like, comment, subscribe if you already haven't, turn on the notification button if you have subscribed, or use the new hype button, which I have no idea what it does, but it supposedly helps the channel out. But until next time, bye bye.